Okay, let's dive right in. If you're in IT, you're smack in the middle of one of the biggest infrastructure decisions of the decade. How in the world do you build for the AI revolution? And the choice between bare metal and virtualization? Well, it's not just some technical detail. It's a high-stakes bet on your company's future.
So here's the core dilemma, right? On one hand, you've got these AI workloads that are just screaming for peak performance. They want every last drop of power they can get from your hardware. But on the other hand, virtualization offers all that flexibility and efficiency that we've all come to rely on in the enterprise. The catch? It comes with a cost, overhead. Getting this trade-off right is the puzzle we're going to crack open today.
Now, here's the absolute key to all of this. AI isn't just one monolithic thing. It's really two totally distinct phases with completely different needs. First, you've got training, which is like this intense, resource-hungry boot camp for your AI model. Then you have inference. That's where the trained model gets a real job, out in the world making predictions. Understanding this split is the secret to unlocking this whole infrastructure puzzle. So let's start with that boot camp phase, AI training. This is where all the heavy lifting happens. And as you're about to see, one infrastructure choice is the clear, undisputed champion. To really get your head around the scale of AI training, you have to think big. And I mean really big. We're not talking millions or even billions. We're talking about models that are adjusting trillions of parameters. Each one is like a tiny little knob being tuned. The sheer computational power it takes to orchestrate all of that is just insane. It pushes hardware to its absolute limit. So why is bare metal the king of the ring here? It really comes down to three big reasons. First, you get direct access to the hardware. There's no hypervisor, that software layer that runs virtual machines, getting in the way and slowing things down. It's basically like handing your AI model the keys to a sports car on an empty racetrack. Second, you get total control. You can fine-tune every little thing, drivers, firmware, you name it, to squeeze out every last drop of performance. And third, you get maximum data throughput, so you can feed your models without worrying about other VMs fighting for resources. It's all about pure, unadulterated power. And listen, this isn't just a theory. The industry has pretty much already voted with its checkbook. The big players, we're talking OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Meta, they all lean heavily on massive bare metal GPU clusters for their most advanced models. They know that when you're doing serious training, virtualization just adds too much drag to the system. But what happens after that model graduates from its intense boot camp? Well, we enter the world of inference. And this, my friends, is where the whole game changes. Suddenly, virtualization isn't the problem, it's the solution. Yeah, inference is a completely different beast. It's not about these long, heavy marathon calculations. It's more of a fast-paced request and response kind of dance. Think about your favorite chatbot or a product recommendation engine. It's handling millions of tiny individual requests, and each one needs an answer in milliseconds. The actual compute for any single request is way, way lower than in training. And this is precisely where virtualization just shines. Because the demand for each request is smaller, you can run multiple models or multiple tenants on the same shared GPU. You can push your hardware utilization from, say, a typical 30% on bare metal to over 80%. You can also dynamically scale up for big events and then scale way down overnight, which saves a fortune. Plus, you get all the operational goodies like snapshots and cloning that just make life so much easier. It is a perfect match.
Okay, so we know virtualization adds this overhead, especially for training. But talk is cheap, right? What is the actual measurable performance cost? Let's take a look at the real data.
The numbers are pretty clear. Across a whole range of independent benchmarks, running a heavy AI training job in a virtual environment is going to cost you a 10 to 25% performance penalty compared to bare metal. And that is a significant hit.
So let's just unpack these numbers for a second, because the details here really matter. Bare metal, no surprise, that's our 100% baseline. Now check out GPU pass-through. That's where you dedicate a whole physical GPU to just one virtual machine. The performance hit is tiny, just a few percent. But the real story is with vGPU technology, which lets you slice and dice a single GPU among multiple VMs. It's incredibly flexible, but you can see the trade-off. Performance can drop anywhere from 10 to 30%. You just have to be aware of that cost.
And this chart really drives the point home. A 25% drop in performance isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. It has real-world consequences for your projects, your deadlines, and, of course, your budget. So let's translate this into what it actually means: time and money.
For a training job that should take 1 week, that 25% performance hit means you're now waiting almost 2 extra days. 2 full days of waiting and paying for that extra compute time. That's the kind of delay that can absolutely kill a project's momentum.
So it's pretty clear we have 2 very different workloads with 2 very different ideal solutions. But this doesn't mean you have to pick one and ditch the other. Nope. The smartest path forward is a hybrid strategy that lets you get the best of both worlds.
You see, the best strategy isn't about being a purist and picking a side. It's about being a pragmatist. It means building a multi-tier infrastructure where you're not trying to shove every workload into the same box. You match the right job to the right tool. It's that simple. So how do you actually do that? Well, this framework gives you a practical path. First, define your workload. Is it training or inference? Easy enough. Next, assess your latency needs. Can you handle a little delay or do you need instant answers? Then analyze scalability. Is your demand all over the place or is it pretty constant? That helps you consider the cost. Are you optimizing for raw speed or for the total cost of ownership? And finally, and this is probably the most crucial step, test. Don't just rely on vendor claims. Benchmark your own actual workloads to see what really happens in your environment. All right, to wrap things up, let's look ahead. Let's look at where all of this is going. Because the entire landscape of AI computing is going through a massive shift. And that has huge implications for your strategy. This chart here tells a critical story that really should shape your long-term thinking. While we hear all the time about these massive, expensive training runs, the reality is that by 2030, inference is projected to make up over 90% of all AI compute demand. The long-term game is all about efficiently serving up predictions, not just building the models. And so that leaves us with one final crucial question. The future of AI is shifting away from the one-time cost of training and towards the massive, ongoing costs of inference. As that world arrives, you've really got to ask yourself, is my infrastructure ready for it?